Censkai.
Show me your true form.
Ah, what the? You know why I'm here, right? I don't know. Seriously? I'm here because you decided to play one game for almost more than 2 months, actually, and you didn't make any new videos. Ugh. Ugh. Blah. And I'm here to find out why. Wait, I did? Everything seems like such a blur to me. I really spent that long of a time playing Persona 5? Yes. Ever since the launch date of Persona 5, you have done nothing but play it, forgoing all of your responsibilities. There must be a good reason you did this, right? I don't know why I would. Oh! Are you okay? Is the dehydration getting to you? Lack of nutrition? No, I'm starting to remember why I stopped creating new videos. Why I was playing Persona 5 for so long. I'm starting to remember. It's because Persona 5 is nothing short of an amazing game.
It expertly blends both great writing with memorable characters and adds a unique, artistic aesthetic that makes the game nothing short of memorable and beautiful.
Can't believe I let so much time slip through my fingers. I should have been doing a review of Persona 5 forever ago. I cannot believe that I spent this long doing nothing. Well, that stops now. It's time to get to business. Well, since you didn't write any more lines for this character, I guess I'm done. So, good luck. See ya. Feels good to be back. And back I am. Now, let's start by talking about the brilliance of Persona 5.
Okay, I have to start by saying that I'm a huge fan of the Persona series. I started playing the series with Persona 4 for the PS2, and fell in love with the gameplay, setup, story, characters, pretty much everything the game offered, honestly, except for Teddy.
I'm a really dexterous bear. See how smoothly my fingers move? Yikes! I'm down.
It led me to playing Persona 3, 2, 1, and pretty much every other Shin Megami Tensei title under the yellow sun, making the SMT series one of my favorite series of all time. So you can say that I was really excited for the release of P5. And when it was released, I was not disappointed. We start off Persona 5 with our nameless main character, doing the same exact thing I would do after a few rounds of losing in a casino. Running away. We are a member of the infamous Phantom Thieves, vigilantes who take it upon themselves to change the hearts of those who are doing evil deeds. Eventually, we're captured by the police after finding out that we have been betrayed by a member of our own team. We are taken to an interrogation room where we begin our story by retelling the events that led us to taking up the mantle of a phantom thief. As we head back in time, we find out that our main character ran into some legal trouble and is now on probation, leading him to live in Tokyo with one of his parents' friends for a year. He meets some new friends, gets adjusted to new school life, is hated and feared by all of his peers due to rumors about his past actions.
Kind of like me in real life.
The bulk of gameplay in Persona 5 is spent outside of battle, managing your precious and limited time. You'll go to school, go out to eat, hang out with your friends, have your fortune told, and hire a sex worker dressed as a maid. You know, like all those other normal high schoolers. There is no shortage of these activities in the game, fully fleshing out a believable and varied environment in Persona 5. Performing these extracurricular activities also increases your in-game social attributes. These attributes are knowledge, guts, proficiency, kindness, and charm. Upgrading these attributes assists in leveling up your social links, which are the bonds you share between your fellow Phantom Thieves and your various confidants in the game. Every time you level up your social links, you're rewarded with new powers and resources to assist you with your thief-like endeavors. These can range from new powers for your party members to new services provided by confidants. As helpful as it can be to gain new rewards for spending time with your potential future waifu, the storytelling with many of your social links is still incredibly strong and poignant. I won't be too detailed about any of them as I don't want to spoil any of the interactions you will have with them, but every member of the cast of Persona 5 is as strongly written and as interesting as the last. This has been true for the majority of many of the SMT games, providing a strong narrative in addition to likable characters. But Persona 5 seems to transcend that level to a whole new degree. Every character seems to start off as this typical anime cliche that you've seen plenty of other times in every other piece of media. A few of them even seem similar to other characters from previous games. Once you break through their initial introductions, you'll be exposed to some of the best character dialogues and some of the most engaging interpersonal struggles that a game of this genre has to offer. Every voice actor in the game also performs expertly, lending believable performance and gut-wrenching emotion, adding to the heightened atmosphere of the game. And that's not even including the main plot. The main storyline offers its own strong take on the theme of freedom and what that means for the individual. Our main characters are not strict moral compasses, and they have had society judge and imprison their individualistic values. By facing this imprisonment, however, they free their own shackles and become rebellious spirits that challenge the gross injustices of society, unlocking their other selves. The story offers both a stark look on the hidden evils of everyday society, peppered with doses of the mythology that has been prevalent in every SMT title since its conception. Also, the presentation of the game is spectacular. Every bit of Persona 5 oozes graphic fidelity and style. Menus make slick transitions in both the main menu and battles. Areas are large and contain a lot of visual eye candy, including background characters whose minimalistic design add to the style even further. Even transitioning between different areas in the game offers different illustrations depending on where you travel to. And the music, is it good? With its jazz-inspired soundtrack, Persona 5 makes every area, every fight, and every dungeon uniquely satisfying, and it's hard to not get all the tracks stuck in your head. Speaking of dungeons, navigating them is a blast. As a thief, you spend your time sneaking around in dungeons, finding cover and ambushing enemies. This is especially important as the rulers of each dungeon will become too suspicious and will increase security every time you are seen. Every dungeon also has their own unique mechanic to them that really gives each of them an identity and makes them all memorable. This can range from solving mosaic puzzles on ancient pyramids to jumping in between paintings in an art museum. And this is all accomplished through the powerful in-game engine. You may not see the same quality as, say, The Last of Us in cinematic storytelling, but for a JRPG game, the in-game engine is exceptional. Character models are very expressive and move in very realistic ways. No detail was spared in the graphics department, and it enhances the experience that much more, making you feel like a real Phantom Thief.
Any JRPG can win an audience with good storytelling and a unique style, but how is the gameplay? That's the meat of the experience. Does the gameplay of Persona 5 serve as the proverbial glue that holds all the elements that are offered together? Yeah, it does.
Combat in Persona 5 is flashy, fun, engaging, and serviceable. The core gameplay of Persona is still the same. You fight in turn-based battles against a selection of random adversaries that you encounter in dungeons. You have basic attacks, but you also have the ability to summon personas. Personas can use magic skills, physical attacks at the cost of your own HP, and can learn passive abilities to assist you further in battle. Your main character has the power of the Wild card, which allows him to use multiple personas in battle. Also, with the assistance of the Velvet Room Master Igor, You can also create new personas through fusion in order to keep your main character in top fighting form. Personas and enemies have elemental weaknesses that can be exploited. Doing so earns you an extra move that can be used to further attack, pass that turn to a teammate, or if every enemy is knocked down, perform an all-out attack. There are a few new implementations in Persona 5's combat system. Ranged weapons have been added which have limited ammo for each dungeon run and vary in use for each character. New elements have also been added in that weren't available in other games in the form of psi and nuclear damage, allowing for a little bit more variety in your enemy types. By far the best addition to the gameplay, however, is the negotiation system. Having already been used in previous SMT titles, it finds its home incredibly well in the Persona series. Knocking down every enemy in battle leads you to the ability to talk to them and either receive money, items, or even convince them to join you. This is great as it gives Personas even more personality and adds incredible variety to the game. Because of this, it gives you a reason to go revisit old areas and battle opponents more frequently, since recruiting them and using them for fusion is less costly than having to resummon old Personas in the Velvet Room.
Persona 5 is nothing short of a masterpiece in JRPG gaming. It offers simply the best the series has to offer, or even the genre has to offer in gaming. Despite that though, I still have a small amount of grievances with the game.
For one, I am a bit disappointed that with all the new gameplay additions and added polish, that we weren't given a female protagonist option. With a small change to a few story elements and character interactions, it doesn't seem so impossible to do. It is a small complaint as I feel it's more of a missed opportunity to appeal to a larger audience and draw more attention to the genre. The argument could be made that the story can only work with our male MC as he exists as his own character, like Yuna Arakami from Persona 4 or Makoto Yuki from Persona 3. But I'm gonna have to disagree with that, as those characters only existed as those characters in separate media from the games. Since we exist as the link to the story are empowered to make decisions to spend time and evolve our characters, it would make sense to give us the opportunity to choose our gender, furthering our own connection to the story. Another issue I had was that we have a lot of our time for social activities just wrested from us. A lot of plot elements take days away from us and don't really give us much to do. Which is sad since time is already so limited and finishing everything on your first playthrough is incredibly difficult, practically guaranteeing a second playthrough just to see everything. Not that this is an uncommon practice in the other Persona games, it's just so frustrating to lose so much time.
And if Morgana literally tells me to go to bed one more time, I am going to—
Hey! Oh no! Yeah, wow.
They really are minor complaints, but I feel they really limit the appeal of the game to all audiences, which deserves a special mention.
Which is an absolute shame, because I believe Persona 5 is a masterpiece in gaming. So few games offer the level of care or polish that have been put into Persona 5. It is both a great sequel for returning fans of the series, and for newcomers who are interested in the JRPG genre. I still feel as though a few more additions to the game would have made it a lot more timeless and widened its appeal. Despite that though, I still feel Persona 5 is a strong game and should be enjoyed by everyone. So because of this, I will be giving Persona 5 a 9.5 out of 10. It's so close. If you want to check out more, check out my YouTube channel. You're right here anyway. Check out the rest of my videos. I'll put an Evergrace video right there. You can watch that. It's my first video. It's very popular. If you want to check out another review that I did, you can watch the Shantae one. I like that one. And then you can subscribe, I don't know, there. So if there's anything else, just let me know, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.